What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Game Freak. Today, I am going to talk about a couple of game series that I think, I'm not a big fan of games getting remastered, but there are some games out there that I believe do need remastered because I think they could just make them even better than what they were. There were some improvements that I think could have been done on these games, especially now with the technology we have now. They could just make these games like 10 times better than what they already were. Sometimes it comes down to the control scheme. I know they redid like the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. They remastered that and they kind of adjusted the controls so you didn't have to use that crappy tank control bullshit. But there's two series in particular that I am going to talk about today. In fact, I might do a few more videos like this on certain games that I think should be remastered. And, like I said, I'm not a real big fan of games always getting remastered because it just seems like a lot of times these developers are they just ran out of ideas, and it almost feels lazy in a way. I shouldn't say developers, the companies that publish them, like Capcom and stuff like that, Konami. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with every remaster, but every game doesn't need it. But I do think these two series of games that I'm about to show you, I think they deserve it. I think they're fantastic series, but a couple of them are kind of old, and the controls are kind of outdated, at least on two of them. Anyway, and let me start out with this first series, and that is the Max Payne trilogy. Max Payne 1 on the PS2, Max Payne 2 on the PS2, and Max Payne 3 on the PS3. Now, 1 and 2, the controls are not the greatest, but they're still both really fun games. But going back and playing these again, which I have recently, I did notice that I'm just not a fan of the controls on them anymore. And I used to love these games. I still do love these games. It's just the control schemes on 1 and 2 just aren't the best. Rockstar was always known for that with their older games. They really improved on Red Dead Redemption 2, where I thought them controls were, almost perfect. I mean, they were just like buttery smooth, and they were great. Now Max Payne 3, this has a little bit better of a control scheme because it is more modern, obviously, than the first two. Either way, though, there are some improvements that I think could be done. I think they could polish up 1 and 2. 3 already looks like pretty beautiful for a PS3 game. But it would be so cool if they just remastered all three of these, did like a trilogy cart, and better graphics, better controls, just modernize it. Let's take a look at these three games as they were. So here we're looking at Max Payne 1, typical graphics for that time, but the control scheme, it just doesn't hold up well today at all. And then Max Payne 2, pretty much the exact same graphics, and another game with just a really outdated control scheme. And then they finally did Max Payne 3 on the PS3, and this looked amazing, and it actually plays pretty well. And the next series is actually a series that I just recently found, probably like within the last year. When I went game hunting, I found the first one, and then I loved it so much I had to go find the other two. And I believe that this did not get the love that it deserved, because when these games came out, I'm pretty sure like bigger titles came out alongside them. And, it kind of shoved them to the back shelf, or these games to the back shelf. And these are actually from Capcom. And Capcom has a magnificent library. And these games right here are no different. And that is the Lost Planet trilogy. Now, when I went out game hunting and I found this one, I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Then I played it. Amazing, man. I absolutely loved it. So I had to get the other two. Loved all three of these, or both of these too. The third one, this is more of a prequel to both of them, but it's still great. Like this whole thing, I just can't say enough about this. This is one of the most underrated series that I have ever played. I absolutely love the Lost Planet series. Now, these don't control too bad. The first one doesn't have like graphic wise, it's not like the greatest, but it's not bad either. It's not, there's nothing really horrible about it. Each one graphic wise gets better, but the gameplay, it's pretty smooth, but it could use a little bit of improvement. But I would love to see these games modernized, like polish up these graphics, polish up the controls, because I think that the Lost Planet series deserves to be seen by more people and played by more people. These games are absolutely awesome. So let's check out a little bit of gameplay of all three of the Lost Planet games. If you've never played any of the Lost Planet games, man, you don't know what you're missing. These games are unbelievable. I'm kicking myself in the ass because it took me so long to discover these games. These games should have been a lot more popular than what they are. So if you've never played any of these, I highly, highly recommend getting yourself the Lost Planet trilogy. You won't be disappointed. So let me just clarify, I am not a big fan of games getting constantly like remade or remakes or remasters or whatever. But there are an occasional few that I think should get done. And these two series, man, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. And I think a lot of people would. Uh, Especially like control schemes with Max Payne 1 and 2. The Lost Planet games, they all play just fine and they look pretty good, minus the first one. It's a little bit choppy, but it's older graphics, but it doesn't matter, man. Just remaster these things. Remaster them, do a whole overhaul on all of these games. I think that they would sell well. I think people would really enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Let me know if you've ever played or any of these games, or if you've played all of them. Let me know what you think about them in the comments section. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And also remember, I'm on a mission, a battle to hit 2K subs before 2026. Now, we already have an amazing community here on the Game Freak, but why not add to it? The more people that are in this community to talk about what we all enjoy, in this case video games, the more fun it will be. Plus, we get to meet more people who love gaming like all of us. So feel free to share any of my videos on any platform you wish to help get the word out. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody to hop on over and subscribe to the Game Freak. I appreciate all of my subscribers for the continuous support. Now, we're not selfish here on the Game Freak, so if you are a content creator, feel free just to type in that word content in the comments section. We have something on this channel that I like to call the Game Freak Army, and what we do is, if we see that word content in the comments section, we will go to your channel and we will subscribe to you. Doesn't matter if you're a gaming channel or not. I mean, any kind of channel. Just type in that word content. We will go and help you out. We want to help people's channels grow, help people succeed on YouTube. This ain't no popularity contest. No one's trying to be king of YouTube. We're just trying to help each other out. That's what it's all about. So feel free to type in that word content in the comments section. And once again, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. And until the next one, game on, everybody.